Churches don't pay taxes, and because of their tax exempt status, they also have the ability to collect donations from you, and then you can claim those donations to reduce the amount of taxes you pay. And now the IRS is saying that political campaigning and churches directly endorsing candidates is okay. This is not the first time the Trump administration has tried to break the wall between church and state. When he tried to do this in 2017, the U.S. Treasury reported it would result in a $2 billion loss because political campaign donations would, for the first time, be a charitable tax deduction. Yes, the Johnson Amendment, which has been in place for decades now and pretty much banned politicking or tax-exempt organizations from directly endorsing candidates, is pretty much out the window now. Two churches and another Christian organization out of Texas said that talks about politics from the pulpit are akin to a conversation a father might have with his children at the dinner table. Great, just what I was hoping for, more fire and brimstone partisanship from the pulpit. And what's next? Are we going to do pancake breakfast fundraisers for politicians? Will pastors and priests be allowed to use money from the offering plate to endorse the candidate that they most prefer? Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it means. Nonprofit organizations were one of the last places that people could come together across partisan lines to address the needs of their community. And literally, outside of this court case, the vast majority of nonprofit, faith, philanthropic, and public service communities supported the Johnson Amendment. They have long opposed efforts to repeal it. More than 5,800 nonprofits across all 50 states have signed this thing called a community letter in support of nonpartisanship. 4,300 faith leaders from more than 100 denominations and major religious organizations have signed public letters defending the law. Even the cops, law enforcement, and public watchdog organizations have echoed concerns about diminishing the Johnson Amendment. 72% of Americans and nearly 90% of evangelical leaders agree that religious leaders should not endorse candidates from the pulpit. The Johnson Amendment had been in place to preserve public trust in our nonprofit and charity organizations. It also protected these organizations from partisan political pressure. This goes both ways because now you could have somebody that you go to church with pressuring your pastor or priest to endorse the political candidate they most like and withholding donations to the church until they agree. Separation of church and state, man. We all benefit from that. I mean, what do you think? Is the erosion of the Johnson Amendment something that you're concerned about? Have you already seen this happening in your faith communities? Is this a sign that we're set to lose even more sacred spaces? The few spaces we had left from divisive partisan politicking? Will you be trying to talk to your faith leaders about this new ruling and how they plan to handle it? Let me know in the comments.